Namaste to all. Today we are going to study ICT resources. இன்னைக்கு நான் உங்களுக்கு எடுக்க போற டாபிக் என்ன அப்படினு சொன்னா ICT resources. It means information and communication technology resources. In day-to-day life, we are using so many information technologies like radio, television, internet, etc. Today, we are going to discuss how to use these technologies to make teaching and learning meaningful and interesting. Actually, in the pathetic situation, students வந்து technologies தான் அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. புக்ஸ் அவங்க வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுறதே கிடையாது. Okay, now let's go to our topic.
Now, our question is, how can we use technology to make teaching and learning meaningful and interesting?
Well, teachers use a variety of methods and activities to engage students in understanding subjects.
When technology is used in a classroom, it influences those pedagogical activities and interactions.
ரேடியோவை பற்றி நமக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே தெரியும் இல்லையா? ரேடியோ இஸ் an important teaching aid for languages, especially for English. நார்மலாக நம்ம வந்து ரீட் பண்ணி படிக்கிறத விட கேட்டு படிக்கிறது வந்து ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ஏதாவது ஒரு லாங்குவேஜ்னா எஸ்பெஷலி ஃபார் இங்கிலீஷ் நம்ம வந்து கேட்டு ஸ்டடி பண்ணால் தான் ஈஸியாக நம்ம வந்து அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ண முடியும். We all know that radio is used for the purposes of entertainment, but nowadays it is also used for teaching purposes. All India Radio broadcasts English and educational programs, and they also give the topic, date and time in advance, which is very helpful. We all know that all kinds of listeners at all places can use the radio profitably. So we can say that radio is very easy to accessible and has a wide coverage. நமக்கு தெரியும் ரேடியோவில் வந்து இங்கிலீஷ் நியூஸஸ் இருக்குது, என்டர்டைன்மெண்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் இருக்குது, எஜுகேஷ்னல் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ listening to English news and other programs helps the students to improve their pronunciation. Also, it helps to increase their general knowledge. Next, television. Television is the most powerful medium of communication. இப்போ நாம் எல்லாத்துடையும் வீட்டில் வந்து டிவி இருக்கு இல்லையா? ஸோ நமக்கு வந்து சவுண்டாகவும் கேட்கலாம், வீடியோவும் பார்க்கலாம். அப்போ கொஞ்சம் கூட ஈஸியாக அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். அது வந்து ஒரு டயக்ராம் ஒரு பிக்டோரிக்கல் ரெப்ரசன்டேஷன் ஆயிருந்தால் கூடியது வீடியோ வழி பார்க்கும்போது ஈஸியாக அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ we can say that television combines the best of radio and motion pictures. So it helps overcome barriers to learning. Nowadays, it has become the most recent audio-visual aid for classroom instruction, especially in this pathetic situation. This is a multi-sensory audio-visual aid which can be effectively used for language teaching. The television is called as the queen of audio-visual aids. There are 3 types of educational television programs. First one is direct teaching enrichment programs, then supplementary enrichment programs, and demonstration type programs. There are many educational television programs in India like Secondary School Television Project. It is called as SSTV project. Then Delhi Agriculture Television Project, and it is called as DATV project. And Satellite Instructional Television Experiment. It is called as SITE. Also, there is a recent development in educational television programs. They are satellite based communication, telephone clubbed with television, video tapes and multimedia packages. Actually, these programs help in supplement classroom oral teaching, and also a large number of students can be given information at a time. It have also some disadvantages. First one is it is a one-way communication only. That is, we can see videos, we can hear audios, but we can't communicate. That is, we can't share our ideas or views about the topic. So, it is a one-way communication only. This is the first disadvantages of television. Also, slow learners cannot cope up with it. Again, there is a depth of teaching. That is, no one can explain the students before the program commences. Then internet. Internet வந்து ஒரு common word that we used in our day-to-day life, and it has also become very popular because it has made communication easy. The internet is the global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the TCP/IP protocol to communicate between networks and devices. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കുമേ தெரியும் നമ്മുടെ ട്രഡീഷണൽ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ മീഡിയ ലൈക്ക് ടെലിഫോൺ, റേഡിയോ, television, paper mail, and newspapers are reshaped and redefined or even bypassed by the internet, giving birth to new services such as email, internet telephone, internet television, online music, digital newspapers, and video streaming websites. Today, our society become an internet society. We get anything through internet. Anything. Our newspapers, books, educational materials. In this pathetic situation, we all know that our classes are going through internet. Even we get food, dresses, even we get pets, anything. We get anything through internet. So, we are depending internet too much. There are three major classification of networks. They are LAN, MAN, and WAN. LAN means local area network. When the computers within the building are connected, then it is called LAN. Then metro area network, that is MAN. When the computers within the city are connected together to form a network, then it is called MAN. Now WAN, it is wide area network. When two or more LANs and MANs are connected together to form network, then it is called WAN. Actually, internet have great advantages. நமக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே தெரியும். Network helps to share data among different computers. Actually, internet is a medium that connects people to the World Wide Web. The internet can be accessed with anybody across the world within a basic internet connection and a computer or a smartphone. Then, huge amount of information can be exchanged. The internet contains user-generated information and content that anyone can access. The peripherals like printer, scanner can be shared among the computers. Actually, the internet has improved our lives and made it easier in every sphere. The most popular search engine site in the world is Google. Next one, the interactive whiteboard. Smart board பற்றி நமக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே தெரியும் இல்லையா? Actually, an interactive whiteboard is also known as interactive board or smart board. It is a large interactive display board in the form factor of a whiteboard. It is an instructional tool that allows computer images to be displayed onto a whiteboard using digital projector. The instructor can manipulate the elements on the board by using his finger on the mouse. Items can be dragged, clicked, and copied, and the lecturer can handle notes which can be transformed into a text and saved. Also, it can either be a standalone touchscreen computer used independently to perform tasks and operations, or a connectable apparatus used as a touchpad to control computers from a projector. Here you can see some interactive whiteboard. Actually, an interactive whiteboard is also known as electronic whiteboard. It is a classroom tool that allows images from a computer screen to be displayed onto a classroom board using a digital projector. The teacher or a student can interact with the images directly on the screen using a tool or even a finger. Now, these are some uses of interactive whiteboard or smartboard. Actually, there is an endless amount of activities that can be done on interactive whiteboard, including use built-in maps to teach continents, oceans, states, etc. Also, digital storytelling. Then we can teach editing skills. Actually, we can create an electronic word wall. In most of the schools in UK, interactive whiteboards replaced traditional blackboards, video, DVD players. Actually, it is an effective tool for brainstorming. We can add notes and drawings and then save them. These are some uses of interactive whiteboard. Okay, then I hope you understood the topic. Thank you.